The breakdown of this video, it's called COM-UNI-CATION. It's a wordplay that I use a lot, COM-UNION-CATION or communication. And especially being a yoga teacher, it has a lot to do with the idea that yoga is bringing together. And that's a very basic definition. Union or yoking or whatever, these are all very basic definitions. It's not really what it is. It's similar, it's something like that, but that's not really what it is. You know that because the Sanskrit language was so small in number. The dictionary was so small compared to the English dictionary that there is no possible way that a Sanskrit word could be defined by a single English word. It's not yuj means to yoke. It's not yoga means union. That's not what it is. But that's not the point of this conversation. COM-UNI-CATION. So two, com, union, bring together. Cation means polar opposites. Or cation would be like the verb, to do something. So COM-UNI-CATION is two or more people uniting through doing something. Communication. Good communication is good yoga. This is something that was really brought more to the forefront of my mind after this last weekend here in West Virginia. We taught an immersion. I taught an immersion. And, the ninth limb, what I teach, the ninth limb brand is a yoga brand. It's a lot to do with communication with the body, internal dialogue, communicating with your emotions, just everything that's going on in the mind. And of course, communication with other people, because so much, you've heard it before, so much of the communication is nonverbal. Tones, which has to do with your breath passage and where your diaphragm is and how your glottis resonates in your throat and where your pharynx is. I mean, different things of how to manipulate your palate. Speaking is very yogic. It's one of the senses of action. There's 5 senses of reception and 5 senses of action in yoga. Communicating, talking is one of them. And so talking is a breath stream. It's an exhale that's vocalized. Awareness of where your throat is in yoga. It's called Jalandhar Bandha. And that's just a Sanskrit phrase for, your throat lock or awareness of your throat. Your diaphragm, your breathing, obviously this is very yoga. So talking is very yoga. But of course, and that's like your tones and whatever, eye tension, face tension, just awareness of your nervous system, excitement, engagement, things like this. It's very related in communication, like how intensely is your eyes, how intense is your face. And of course, posture, body language is huge. And so awareness of your body language, what could be better for awareness of your body than yoga, right? So yoga will develop your awareness of your body, but if you don't know how to apply awareness of your body towards beneficial communication, persuasion, cooperation, growth and expansion with somebody, then it's all for naught. Then you're mastering your body, but you're not using it at all. Somebody gave you a really sharp sword and you're stabbing yourself with it. And that's not good. That's not what you should be doing. And why would you be stabbing yourself with it? Because we're all coming to yoga because we're suffering. Nobody starts doing yoga because they're perfect in life. They're coming to yoga because they're suffering. They want to fix something. And the bottom line is, if you're suffering in life, you're telling yourself something that's creating that suffering. You are reacting to your mind, reacting to the world. You're not reacting to the world. You're reacting to your mind, reacting to the world. And what do you do about that? Well, the language of the mind. Words are the language of the mind. Symbols are the language of the mind. The mind is a bunch of pictures and symbols. When you learn how to work with the pictures and symbols of the mind and how they relate with your posture, your breathing, and your physical experience, well, then you've got some really deep yoga. Then you have some powerful practices that, regardless of how bendy you are, or how strong you are, or how long you've been doing yoga, you can have a tremendous internal experience that transforms everything. Because when you change your emotions and you change your communication, the world around you organizes differently. And that's really what we're looking to change our life and change our environment, or whatever it is that you're looking to change. If you're coming to yoga, if you're researching YouTube, there's something that you want to change. It's not perfect. And the struggle is inevitable, but the suffering is not. That's from Vince Kelvin. Of course, there's going to be struggles, but you don't need to suffer. Suffering is how you are reacting to your mind, reacting to the world. So to get your mind right and to harmonize the experience that you're seeking with the mind, that your mind isn't necessarily yours. It's your mind, but like I said, I was on Instagram, 12 years I was in university. 12 years before that I was in public school. That's 24 years in education that not a single word was spoken about yoga, mysticism, any of the things that I teach now. So I had an entire education of programming of my mind. My mind was filled with so many ideas, none of which related to health and wellness, maybe a couple PE classes or something. And so that's my mind at the time that I became awakened to my path, my purpose around 27. My mind was never really mine. It was filled with the ideas of something that I was no longer doing. And it's not so easy to just, it's not like if I have a trash can and I just turn it over and all the trash goes out. You can't really do that with your mind. You can't just empty your mind of thoughts. So they're there. So what do you do with it? Well, you live life and you handle situations as they come up. You have to have an internal monitoring system for what is my state? What's my emotional state, my mental state? And then what do I do about it? The technology of what to do about it is what I teach in the Silent Flute. Go to ninthlimb.com and go over to the Silent Flute and register for that. I'll change your life in 1 month. You will be able to hack your system. You will be able to shift emotions. You will be able to wake up enthusiastic about your breathing and meditation practice. There's actually ways to become attracted to a practice that maybe you know is good for you, but you just haven't been able to do it because of discipline or whatever it is. Ways to motivate yourself into taking action, combined with all of the awareness of, maybe not all the awareness, but sufficient amount of awareness that you will start to transform how you communicate with your body, with the world, and that's going to just change your experience of life. With that, I hope to see you on the program. I'll see you in the next video. Like this video, share it with somebody that you think might benefit from this kind of ideas, and I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.